in yoga we neglect the small joints and the small movements. People are often very keen on getting into big flashy poses and things that are very challenging for the body. And generally that's not the best thing. It's a good thing to take care of all of your small joints and the extremities of your body. During pregnancy it's even more important. There's a lot of fluid retention can happen during pregnancy. We want to keep the blood and the lymph flowing around the body smoothly. We want to keep mobile in our hands and feet. So this is a set of exercises I would recommend for doing every day during pregnancy, and it's actually something I would recommend to any yoga practitioner because it's quite often neglected. So we're going to start in a seated position. We're sitting comfortably, breathing regularly. It's good to go into this immediately after doing some pranayama before we start doing any asana or anything that's quite heavily physical. It helps to get the blood flowing through the extremities. So if you extend your feet in front of you, and we're going to point the toes, and then we're going to flex them. And when we flex them, we're going to try and spread the toes and see air between the toes. My toes don't do that, but lots of people's do. So spread your toes out as far as you can, and then point them again. We're going to do this on a cycle now. We're going to breathe in as we flex, then out as we point. In on the flex, out on the point. And the reason we're synchronizing this with the breathing is to slow it down. We're not doing a ballet class, we're just finding the range of movement in our feet. So we'll do around 8 cycles of these, and then we will switch to pushing the inside surface of the sole of the foot away from the body. It's quite a strange sensation, but we're basically turning our feet like this. And then we're turning the other way so the soles of your feet are facing each other. All the while we're keeping straight in the legs, but you'll be feeling this even as far up as your upper leg. And again, we can synchronize this with breath. Breathing out and breathing in. And then we can turn this into a circle, circling the toes around, circling the whole foot, in fact not just the toes, but really working that ankle. And I'm doing those quite quickly, but again you can slow them right down and you can synchronise them with your breathing. So breathing in for a circle and out for a circle. And then you can go the other way. So puffy ankles are often a problem amongst pregnant women. And it's not just an aesthetic thing, it's also quite uncomfortable. And you find that your shoes don't fit properly. Doing this every day will help prevent that. But I might even go out on a limb and say it will completely and utterly prevent that. The next thing to do is to go through exactly the same process but with your hands. So straightening the hands, flexing them, straightening them, and into a fist. Try and splay your fingers really wide, just try opening and closing. Now just how fluid retention can lead to puffy ankles in pregnant women, it can lead to puffy wrists and more commonly carpal tunnel syndrome in pregnant women, which can be really painful. So getting the hands moving and moving that fluid back up the arms, because the movement of the fingers is actually working the muscles in the arms which are pushing the fluid back towards the heart. Again, we can push the hands away. Try rotating the hand at the wrist. and we can bunch them into fists and we can do circles. So these exercises you could do sat at your desk at work, you could do them sat watching the telly, you could do them sat in the car but not while you're driving, any time like that. You don't really need to take aside a huge amount of time to do some yoga practice to do something that could be really beneficial. So now we've just mobilised all the small joints in our extremities. We've moved some of the fluid back towards our heart, and if you wanted then to move on and do some more asana, then this would be a great time to do so. Otherwise, you can just get back to your desk.